We get the tap and the foul.
Roy, I go back to it again. Low post defense. Dion Thompson just lets Milan Meshvan just back him down and back him down and back him down. You've got to bump him a bit. You've got to be a bit more aggressive in there. Not used to playing against big post players.
Čekanović on the line for Serbia.
Took a little knock to the head there too.
And got a bit of a cut lip as well, I think.
Well, you've got to make your free throws. Forget it. You're not going to win games unless you make your free throws. 2 for 5 now, Serbia from the line.
It's more like it, so it's back to an 8-point lead. This is where we were at the beginning of this period. And that three-pointer from Lighty has been nullified, and he's on the bench. Again, the ear-piercing whistle from the crowd. It's a good skip pass, but that's gone out of bounds. Yeah, foot out of bounds. Nikolic pointed straight away.
That's tough for Dante Green there. He has not seen many minutes in this tournament at all. He had the open jump shot. You see Dion Thompson. Nice hustle from the big fella.
Now, if Serbia score here, I just wonder whether we'll see a timeout. There's a foul. Marchban, he's on the line again, and the foul again is Raymar Morgan, I think.
Roy, where did the problem come from? Low post defense again. Marchban just turned too easily.
Again, Baldin comes in, and I don't think he'll be on court very long. Number 8 for USA, hardly. Well, he had 10 minutes in that semi-final against France, and he didn't enjoy that at all. No mistake from Marchban.
Well, Marchban hasn't played much at the 5 position this tournament, but you couldn't ask for a more intelligent player to be in there as the centerpiece of your offense.
I think he could play guard, you know, Marchban. He's such a tough kid. He's such an intelligent basketball player. And he's given Serbia a 10-point lead with those 2 from the line.
And Roy, you know, he's born in Croatia too. He's from Vukovar in Croatia, so he's not even born in Serbia.
Baldin goes inside, and poor pass from him. Here goes Serbia on the break.
Good.
Marchban, what a pass. What a pass from Marchban. Volleyball from Marchban. And Serbia lead by 12. The crowd are going bananas. They're loving it. Timeout Wainwright, I think. No, it's substitutions.
Well, that was just sublime. At 6'8", 6'9", he ran the lane like he was a greyhound out there, and just got ahead and just touch pass.
Well, as predicted, Baldin is out again after spending 20 seconds on the floor.
Oh, Baldwin's out. That's incredible. Roy, you called that. That's incredible. Curry and Porter, these 2 guys played together yesterday in tandem at guard spot.
Well, the Americans actually trailed by 12 against France. They came back, and they do it again against a team that is so highly motivated. That's a nice pass, and a good 2 there from Thompson.
Dion Thompson has that touch from that little 12-foot range. I love to see it. He doesn't think about dribbling, keeps the ball up high, and a soft shooter's touch.
Thompson just does simple things so well, and here he is all over Marchban. Čekanović loses the ball, and here go the Americans on the break, and this is Beverly with the throwdown. Timeout Nikolic, I think.
What a great substitution, Roy. Great substitution. You bring Porter and you bring Curry in, and all of a sudden you've got 4 points off that 12. It's an 8-point game. And timeout from Nikolic shouting at these guys.
Well, we don't speak Serbo-Croat, but I can verify that Coach Nikolic is a little bit angry.
He's just talking about the basics of holding on to the ball and making the next pass in the offense, but the American defense stepped it up a bit. I love coaches when they shout. You know, anybody think you couldn't hear sit 2 feet away.
Yeah, one of the basics you're talking about, Mickey, is protect the ball. Oh, what a lovely pass there from Marchban into Jeremic.
Even the assistants getting involved there. A few clenched fists there. This is a huge game for this team. I told you yesterday they've underachieved at under 16 level, they underachieved at under 18 level, and this age group now has a chance to put all those ghosts to rest.
Well, I think it's a bit of a confidence trick on behalf of Coach Nikolic at the beginning of this tournament. He was complaining about 3 injuries to key players and saying that he didn't really anticipate getting a medal. But, well, he's going to get one, and he may even get the big one. Matchvan, again, defended by Thompson. Thompson's doing a good job on denying Matchvan.
I'll tell you what, the Americans have the ability to play in the lane defense, and that's going to worry the Serbians.
Jeremic with 3 on the shot clock. Matchvan inside. The fadeaway shot misses. And Serbia get the rebound, and they regroup. That's a great rebound there. Was it Čukarić inside?
Indeed, what great hustle. On his own against 4 Americans and comes up with the ball.
And the crowd very knowledgeable. They know the value of that rebound to Serbia. Matchvan again being denied. Oh, lovely pass from Despotovic this time. The bounce pass into Matchvan was absolutely perfection.
Well, it was 2 things happened there as the long 3 goes up. Rush 3-2.
Despotovic keeps the rebound alive as well.
Got a body on the floor. It's a Serbian boy on the floor.
It's Despotovic, the number 5. Yeah, referee says, well, no, he says carry on. Serbia playing a 4-man offense at the moment. Despotovic, he's rejoined the game.
Oh, Curry was just waiting to get that foul. He must, you know, that was great play from Markovic. He set Curry up for that foul. Roy, I hope we get a slow motion of that high-low play there. 2 things happened. Matchvan sealed his man to the baseline, and the second thing, Despotovic cut to that high post to create the high-low action.
And Despotovic just came into the game out of that timeout. No one really noticed him. What a pass. Matchvan backing his man in. He's fouled. Yeah.
Beasley's second. Yeah, nice play from Matchvan. Now, Matchvan sort of floated to the 3-point line, looking to shoot the 3. That brought Beasley out.
And Johnny Flynn being reduced to complaining to the officials. And a deliberate ploy from Serbia. Take the ball to Beasley, and he's limping.
Yeah, something's not quite right there. I think Beasley's second foul is not being put up on the board yet.
Yeah, definitely 2. Yep. So Serbia lead by 10 with Matchvan on the line.
Milan Matchvan can make free throws, that's for sure. Beasley's worried, look, hobbling around, and won't bother him too much, maybe.
Now, if Wainwright or Coach Wainwright leaves Beasley in there, then I expect the ball to be thrown almost down Matchvan's throat. Every offense, take Beasley on. That's what the French did, and it came off, and Matchvan hits them both. They lead by 12, they being Serbia.
8 points for Milan Matchvan. He's just warming to the task right now.
Beverly, nice pass inside to Beasley, and Beasley gets the drop. Right-handed shot from a left-handed player.
Yeah, he flashed to the ball, and Čukarić had no means of stopping him. Got to play more physically with Beasley if it's possible.
Markovic. Matchvan. Matchvan way outside the arc. He can play anywhere. Here's Čukarić. Čukarić nearly had his pocket picked by Beverly. Here's Beverly on the ball, rather. Jeremic with 2 on the shot clock. Needs to shoot it up, and oh my goodness me, he was falling into the crowd when he nailed that 3.
And you know what? Patrick Beverly turned around to the bench to say, what more could I do? And he's exactly right.
Well, Jeremic was almost sitting in the front row then when he hit that. And Serbia get another rebound.
Roy, the referee's going to start calling this closely because the American defense is hands everywhere. And I think the Serbian coach will be complaining about it. There you see a reach there from Beverly.
Despotovic looking for the foul. Almost a 5-second goal there. Here's Matchvan inside for 2 points. It's a 15-point game.
Low post defense, poor again from Beasley.
Well, the Serbs are playing on pure adrenaline. What can the Americans do about it? Look at Coach Nikolic. He wants to play defense as well. Nikolic. Bottom right-hand corner. Look at the defense that Nikolic is playing. And the Serbs get a rebound. Matchvan, the loose ball. 4 minutes to go, and Serbia lead by 15.
Absolutely no organization for the Americans there. I don't know whether Wainwright's got a timeout. I mean, he needs to take one.
Wainwright's on the court as well. Double teapot stance. Oh my goodness me, it's in. It's a 17-point lead to the United States. Wainwright looks at the table and says, for God's sake, give me a timeout.
Well, what an amazing turnaround in the space of 2 minutes. The Serbians are in control.
Well, the Americans Americans show tremendous character to come from 12 down against France, but at the moment they are 17 points adrift, and it's still not half-time. At the moment, it's a bit of a rout for Serbia. Let's listen to what Wainwright says.
You guys wide, you're in the middle. Work. All right, down here. Down here. Low cross. Just stay low, both you guys. Low cross. Fellas, you got to be a little bit higher. Inside cut. Okay? Look inside, but we got to have two guys on the glass now. All right? Oh, two guys on the glass.
Guys, we're jogging on offense. No. If we fucking sprint, we can get a screen set and somebody can get open. But we're fucking walking. Everybody wants to screen on the ball.
Well, we'll excuse the odd Anglo-Saxon phraseology there from the American bench.
Is that high-low play, Roy? Oh, it's not before this, but yeah. I think Americans going to go to a zone, so it'll be interesting to see how that changes things for the Serbians.
Well, replay there of that three from Jeremic. As you say, what more could the Americans do? There was a hand in his face. He was fading, falling off the court. And he still nailed the three with 1 second on the shot clock.
Well, Roy, what timeouts do usually, and substitutions do the same, is stem the flow of momentum from the opposition. Now, this will be a good timeout if they go at half-time under 17 points.
Marchban, pretty smart foul there, really, and put the American Stephen Curry on the line for 2 free throws. Sorry, it's Johnny Flynn on the line.
I thought the foul was further up, and that's a huge foul. Look at that, 3 fouls for Dusan Katnic.
Oh, no shots. Yeah, you're right, the foul was before the shot. Nice pass inside. A little bit of suspect footwork there, and the Americans can't buy a score. Marchban strangely lets the ball go and then fights after it as well. And, well, somebody nearly lost a couple of teeth there with his elbows.
All right, tell me one thing. DeAndre Jordan's not played any minutes in this game, and he comes in when they're 17 down, gets a shot when he's cold, and can't finish it off.
Raduljica's back in there. There's Marchban. He's going to be fouled. He's got 2. Mike, this guy is just power personified.
That's exactly right. Is the old Jordan that palms up. Who can guard me? Come and guard me, somebody.
Well, there's nobody on the floor that can at the moment. Serbia by 19. Look at Coach Nikolic. He's living every move of the game. The foul, Jeremic.
Look what David Lighty had to do to create a shot. It was almost thrown up over his head on the reverse side. Jeremic, the first foul.
And I have to remind our viewers here on Eurosport 2 that America beat Serbia in the pool game. They beat them 82-78, and the Americans were 19 up at one stage, but now they find themselves 19 down.
Matt Baldwin in for his 30 seconds here, Roy.
Jordan in low post. Raduljica fouled him.
3 fouls, Raduljica. That's a waste of a foul. That is a waste of a foul, because the man he's guarding is cold in the game. He's not going to make a shot. If he makes a shot, it's a tough shot, and he's just completely given himself a ticket to the bench.
Yeah, and the replacement for Raduljica, if needed, is Marjanovic. We've not seen him yet, and we do believe he's carrying a groin injury. And that's the first score for the Americans for a long time.
7 foot tall, DeAndre Jordan, lefty. I think he's heading for Texas next year.
Well, Serbia were in about a week early there, I'd say. Yeah, pointing to Raduljica. You're in a little bit early, young man. So, Jordan, 1 more foul shot. Maybe you can't go into that painted area until the ball has left the shooter's hand, and Raduljica was in there as he was still bouncing the ball.
I'm interested to see, you've got Damien Hollis in the game too. He's not played, didn't play yesterday.
Foul on the rebound there as well.
Well, he's going to get in the scorebook, Hollis.
And the US are in the penalty.
I wonder what the story with him is, because he didn't play yesterday. I don't think he may play much in the quarterfinal where he's injured. And the 7'3" Marjanovic will test it out, test the water. It'll be a shame now to bring the 7'3" boy in and USA close it a bit closer. It's at 18 now, and this is going to be 20 on these free throws. Said he.
We said we wouldn't say that, Vicky. Do not. We shouldn't prophesize anybody on the foul line, not even a player. The quality of Milan Matchfan. It's amazing how many times you do that and he misses the shot, but he only missed the first one.
Yeah, it's all the fun of the fair, isn't it? Good job we haven't got money on it.
You haven't? Stephen Curry for the US. Ooh, did that look like a travel? All the crowd thought it was, but it was a three-pointer there for Damien Hollis.
Well, Damien Hollis, welcome to the party, baby. And that's much needed. Look at that step-back three. He said, Coach, put me in more. I need minutes.
Well, it's a 16-point game now with under 2.5 to go in the first half. Matchvan sets a pick for Katnic.
It's the zone that Wainwright was talking about. I think
the foul, Marjanovic muscling his way across the lane. As you said, Mickey, a bit of a pity if the US do get back into this after Marjanovic has subbed in. Now that foul committed when Serbia were in control of the ball, so it's no free throws. 2:15 to go, and the Americans need something to happen in the last 2 minutes of this first half. They won't lie down. They certainly didn't against France. Despotovic almost a steal. Curry hits the three. The Americans back in the game. It's only 13 now. I just wonder whether Coach Nikolic will call timeout.
Well, that's a beautiful play from Curry there. That's what he does best, the shooter. And again, the Americans in the zone. It's definitely slowing the Serbians down.
They're trying to get the ball out of Matchvan's hands, and they're doing that. Marjanovic. Oh, that's a great rebound there from DeAndre Jordan. If that goes in, I think we'll see a timeout. Americans crashing the boards. No foul called. All ball, said the referee. And the Americans thought differently.
That's great rebounding there. Marjanovic had sitting. They've got Damien Hollis. He's hungry for it.
Oh, this has become a superb battle now. Hollis inside. 5 on the shot clock. If that goes in, I think we'll see a timeout. And Marjanovic the rebound. The long arms. He did actually jump then as well.
7'3". If you can't get a rebound or two, you're struggling, aren't you?
Last minute of the first half. Serbia by 13. They have led by 19. Here's Marchban, the floating shot. That's a poor shot from him. And he knows it. Oh, my word. What a dreadful pass there from Stephen Curry.
Well, in all probability, Serbia is going to get a chance to go close to 15 up this first half. Probably not what they wanted. They were close to getting it to 20. The Americans have done well to keep it this.
Well, Matt Baldwin was biting his lip there in an attempt not to discourage team camaraderie, but he couldn't understand what that pass was all about. Here's Despotovic into Matchvan. Matchvan gets stolen, stripped of the ball. There's a foul. Yeah, foul to stop the ball. Katnic. Is that his third or fourth?
Fourth. That's tough because, yeah, it's a waste of foul too. It's a tough one. Katnic, the thing is, they got the ball down low to Mashvan, and Mashvan realized he can post them up, and they got very little defense in the low post.
Well, we've been singing the praises of Mashvan whole tournament, and he's had the worst 2 minutes of the whole tournament as far as he's concerned. I thought he was going to be subbed out then, but no, coach said stay in, but just sort yourself out.
Yeah, the team looked more balanced, or better balanced, with Mashvan at the 5. Since Mashvan's come to play the 4, things have gone a little awry.
Now, the US looking for inspiration from Coach Wainwright. They're taking some time off the clock here. 12 seconds remaining, and the crowd don't like this. Beverly looking for the last shot of the half. Goes inside and pulled in for 3. Off the glass, no. So Serbia lead 43-30 at halftime in the World Championship final. This is under 19 men we're talking about, and they have served us up a veritable feast of basketball here in Novi Sad in Serbia. The final, the gold medal is at stake, and Serbia in the ascendancy.
Well, for the second game running, the Americans going at halftime down, and down by not a small amount either. This is going to be an interesting second half.
It's all to play for the gold medal. Serbia lead America by 13. Start the second half here in the World Under-19 Basketball Championship final. Americans in this zone still, and it worked. Beverly, good steal from him. And backing out is Johnny Flynn. Here's Beverly again, man with quick hands. Thompson goes inside, and a nice hot shot from him, and the United States open the scoring in this second half. They trail by 11 now.
Well, the one thing they must do at North Carolina is work on game shots, and that little jump hook, little jump shot he's got, Deon Thompson, he is very, very valuable. And can they open up this zone?
Spotovic declines the shot. Here's Markovic. No way into Matchvan. And Matchvan can't get his hands on the rebound. Here's Lighty for the United States. That's out of bounds.
That's a foul. Looks like a push there. Čikarović.
Čikarović, I think that's 4 now on him.
Well, it's interesting. The first 2 offenses down the floor, and the Serbians look like they've never seen a zone before. Not quite sure where the shot's coming from. They've got to get the ball inside to the high post or low post.
It's actually only 3 fouls against Čikarović.
The States are coming back here. You can just feel it.
And the crowd can feel it as well. That's why the animosity is there. And the Serb defense has definitely stepped down a gear.
That's great hustle from Markovic.
Čikarović does the sensible thing and calms things down. Here's Jeremic.
They've got to get some time out of Radlica, eventually get some minutes at him. They're not going to win with Matchvan playing the 5 spot.
Oh, Jeremic, terrible turnover, and the foul. The foul wasn't called. Well, Markovic tried to stop the fast break, but Johnny Flynn puts the 4th point on the board for the United States in this second half.
You know what, Nikolic will not want to call a timeout too early in this 3rd quarter, that is for sure.
Spotovic to Markovic. And Čikarović sets a pick. They just don't seem to know where they're going, the Serbs, at the moment. What a turnaround, and Lighty reaches in and picks up the foul.
Roy, I'm going to go back to those 3 fouls that Miroslav Radlica has, 2 of which were reaching from behind on the defense, and he is going to rue those fouls. They need him in the going. Stojacic is coming in for the jump shot. And it's Spotovic coming out. They're going to need a jump shooter out there besides Jeremic.
And so no Radlica on court, no Marjanovic either.
Well, he made back-to-back 3s last night against Brazil.
And here go the Americans again. Stephen Curry down the floor quickly. Nice fast break, and Lighty gets the 2. 6 in a row for the United States.
Well, they're going to need a timeout at some stage. And Nikolic will hope that the offense can get going this end. He will not want to take it this early.
Remember, Serbia started up the game with an 11-2 run, but this is 6-0 to the United States. We have a game on our hands now. It's only 7 points.
Get the ball to the high post.
Jeremic. Again a miss. Matchvan can't get his hands on the rebound. There will undoubtedly be a timeout if the US score here. Matchvan hustles down the floor, and he reckoned he came off the hands of Thompson.
That was great hustle from Milan Matchvan, because nobody was going to help him out as Dion Thompson had sprinted down the floor.
If the Americans score here, I have no doubt that Coach Nikolic will call timeout. Well, there's a push on the rebound. Thompson pushes. So perhaps the timeout has been delayed a little bit. No, there it is. Coach, timeout.
When does Radlica come back in, Roy? 3 fouls. There he is on the right there, number 13 with the towel over his shoulder. Well, they've come out soft, haven't they? I think one thing Wainwright's done very well. Who would have predicted the Americans come out of the zone? So you go in there, Americans sit back in that zone waiting for the Serbians to come at them, and it's worked for the Americans.
Yeah, the thing for Wainwright to do now, because Nikolic is being forced to call a timeout, is just change it, come out with a man-to-man, and then perhaps straight back to his zone after the first offense.
Yeah, that would definitely throw things spanner in the works for the timeout here coming from Serbia.
Crowd gone a little bit subdued, and here's Johnny Flynn on the break. And the Americans came back against France to win by 3, so they believe in themselves. Very calm timeout from Coach Nikolic. I expected him to be a little bit angry, but he's composed himself, and he hopes his players have done the same.
Well, this is where, as a coach, you come in handy with your mind games. You don't give them the players the same look. You don't give them the same angry look. Sometimes you give them the sympathetic look. But at some stage, he has to get on board with his team and get them playing with a confident manner, because against the zone, it's confidence that counts.
And that was a tremendous hustle back from Milan Matchvan. He knocked the ball against an opponent to get possession.
They've got to get the ball to the high post. He's wide open too.
The 3 from the corner for Jeremic, And that's what happens when you call a timeout. The crowd now back on song.
Jeremic 4 for 9 from three-point line. He's on fire, 18 points.
No reach from Matchvan, but what a rebound there from Johnny Flynn and the two.
Yeah, Patrick Beverley hustling down, and he is the man for the moment. Him, 11 points. Look at that. All out of the diminutive figure of Beverley. Offensive rebounds.
Just to remind our viewers here on Eurosport 2 that Serbia led by 20 at one stage. They now lead by only 8. And this is tremendous defense from the Americans. Well, an air ball again, and the Americans can reduce the arrears yet again. Oh, Thompson inside for a nice soft shot. It's back to 6.
Oh, man, Patrick Beverley, the penetration baseline, little kick to Dion Thompson, and Dion Thompson just laid it up nice as you like. Yeah, and I agree with him. He's calling for the fouls on the ball here. The American guards are very handy about leaving the hands in the passing lanes. The referees need to call it a bit closer.
Marchbank can't get the ball.
Well, he got to get in the ball. He's wide open.
Jeremic goes inside for the floater. He's fouled. Yep, Lighty fouls.
Maybe Morgan, I don't know. Morgan or Lighty, I agree with you. It looked like the referee was pointing at Lighty. You know, Raymond Morgan's more concerned he's going to get subbed out in a minute. That's why. Let's have a look, see who commits the foul. Well, no, yeah, Raymond Morgan did nothing because Matchvan had the arm in the throat. It's a good place to get the ball. That's a great place to get the ball.
Oh, Čukarić, what a poor pass. And if the Americans can reduce it to 4, and the foul on the halfway line. Marchban, he's looking pretty fed up with himself and with life in general at the moment. What a turnaround from that first half when it was all Serbia.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Roy. 19-point lead at one time. And the Americans looking supremely confident right now.